All right, we've been saying this for a while now, and that news has now been confirmed. Devendra Fadnavis is to be Maharashtra's next Chief Minister. That has just been announced in that crucial meeting taking place at the Vidhan Bhavan. Sahil Joshi joins me live from outside the Vidhan Bhavan as we speak. Sahil, bring us up to speed with the latest details. It is something that we have been saying for quite a few days now, that Fadnavis would be the front runner. Now he is the CM of Maharashtra, and a few days from now, in fact tomorrow, that swearing in to take place.
See, the swearing in will take place on 31st or 30th of October. But today in this meeting, which happened just in this assembly, the Maharashtra legislative, the BJP legislative party meeting happened in the assembly, and his name was proposed by Eknath Khadse, the person who was taking claim on the chief ministership, saying that the chief ministership should be given to the North Maharashtra. He proposed Devendra Fadnavis's name, and the person who was proposing Nitin Gadkari's name just a few days before, Sudhir Mungantiwar, the former BJP president of Maharashtra, he seconded that proposal, and unanimously, finally, Devendra Fadnavis's name has been approved by the legislative party, and he has been elected as the leader of BJP legislative party in, just a while back. Now it is likely that Devendra Fadnavis, along with his colleagues, will go to Raj Bhavan and stake formal claim to form the government. And the governor, it's likely to accept the claim because BJP is the single largest party. NCP has already announced that they will be supporting BJP from outside, though they will not be giving any formal letter to governor. But NCP chief Sharad Pawar has already cleared that NCP will remain absent if the vote of confidence motion happens. So it is pretty clear now that Devendra Fadnavis is going to be the first BJP chief minister of Maharashtra. Solely on its own, BJP is going to form the government. That is also going to be clear now, though Shiv Sena is still claiming that there will be some kind of talks, some discussions will happen in next 2 days, and finally the BJP will also have some Shiv Sena ministers. But what the people inside are telling us, that it is likely that with around 7 to 8 ministers, Devendra Fadnavis will take oath on 31st of October at Wankhede. I'll just show you some shots here. How the BJP leaders here gathered here, the workers gathered here are ready with the flowers, because they knew that Devendra Fadnavis is going to be the next chief minister. It is surprising that Devendra Fadnavis is not only BJP's first chief minister, but is also the first chief minister from Vidarbha, we can say, after a very long time. In past 40 years, there has not been any chief minister from Vidarbha. In the beginning years of Maharashtra, there were 2 chief ministers from Vidarbha, but after that, the chief ministership was always with either Western Maharashtra, Mumbai, or with Marathwada. So that way, BJP has taken control of the separate Vidarbha demand. Secondly, we can also say that Devendra Fadnavis is the second most youngest chief minister of Maharashtra. The first youngest chief minister, we can say, is Mr. Sharad Pawar, who became chief minister at the age of 38. And Devendra Fadnavis is becoming chief minister at the age of 44. Now, if we talk about the social engineering, this is a very surprising move by BJP, because BJP grew in Maharashtra with the social engineering with the help of OBC, with Gopinath Munde's wide leadership within the OBC caste. But today, what the decision which they have taken is making someone from the Brahmin caste. Earlier, it was only Shiv Sena chief Bal Thackeray who had made Manohar Joshi the chief minister of Maharashtra, who come from a Brahmin background, who is a Brahmin. Only 3.5% Brahmins are there in Maharashtra. So it's kind of a historical move by BJP, that making someone from being a Brahmin, Devendra Fadnavis has been made the chief minister.
All right.
Finally, what Vedika, you started with, is that what we were waiting for. We knew that Devendra Fadnavis is the front runner, and finally he is the chief minister.
Well, it was just a matter of time, Sahil, though Dr. Patra earlier in this show was trying not to yield really much. But we have consulting editor Rajdeep Sardesai also joining me in the studio. Rajdeep, would you say this is a strategic move by the BJP to have Eknath Khadse propose the name of Fadnavis to ensure that this looks like a unanimous decision, at least before the cameras?
You know, Vedika, this is what some would call the Congressification of the BJP. This is exactly what the Congress does. It isn't as if Mr. Khadse is overjoyed at the idea that he's not going to be the chief minister and Devendra Fadnavis is going to be the chief minister. But in traditional politics of the Congress style, it's always your prime opponent who tends to propose you. So that, as you rightly said, you give the impression of unity. It's clear that the BJP, that this was not an easy decision, and it only shows the force that Narendra Modi and Amit Shah wield over the BJP today, because they were the ones who were determined to make Devendra Fadnavis and effect what many believe is a generational change in the BJP.
Absolutely.
A 44-year-old becomes the chief minister, and those in the 60-plus generation, whether it's a Nitin Gadkari, whether it's an Eknath Khadse, whether it's Mr. Mungantiwar, are all bypassed. So I think that is the significance of what we have seen today. It is, you're absolutely right, a decision which has come with the garb of unanimity, but clearly Mr. Khadse is not a happy man. He wanted a representative of North Maharashtra. Importantly, North Maharashtra has not had a chief minister from Maharashtra over the years. So,
all right, I'll just have to interrupt you there, Rajdeep. Those are visuals from right inside that meeting that just about concluded 5 minutes ago. Devendra Fadnavis is the second youngest chief minister of Maharashtra. Live visuals there on your screens. But Rajdeep, we were talking about how this is a unanimous decision. But do you see this leading to friction later within the BJP in Maharashtra, with Khadse being really upset over not being the chief ministerial face for the BJP?
If Narendra Modi and Amit Shah's backing was not there, you'd be right. I think there would be friction.
Yes.
But I think such is the power today of Narendra Modi and Amit Shah and the clout that they wielded. Once they've decided, as you know, that Mr. Fadnavis is to be their next leader, then there is nothing to stop that. So otherwise, you're absolutely right, because there are senior leaders who have been in politics for a much longer period than Mr. Fadnavis, who today will feel that they've been bypassed. And Mr. Fadnavis will probably have to manage a minorities or a coalition government, depending on whether the Shiv Sena joins the government or not. And also will have to face the reality that there are people much senior to him in this cabinet. So
absolutely.
So I don't see Eknath Khadse giving up his ambition of being the chief minister of Maharashtra. From time to time, he may well raise his head, but I think as long as Narendra Modi and Amit Shah back Mr. Fadnavis, who all said and done comes with a clean image. I think there's a conscious choice to have chosen someone who has a completely clean image, against whom there is no stain of personal impropriety. And I think that's an important call that the BJP has made, which is why I think Nitin Gadkari and Mr. Khadse both lost out. And the point that Sahil made, this is the first Brahmin chief minister since Manohar Joshi, but he was anointed by Bal Thackeray. Here he's been almost popularly elected, and that makes a huge difference. The last one was in the old Bombay state, where you had B.G. Kher, who was made, and we are talking now about pre-independence.
Yes.
So I think that's an important shift. You know, there was a belief in Maharashtra that you can never bypass the Marathas. Now Khadse is a Maratha. You bypass the Maratha and given it to the Brahmins, who are numerically much smaller.
Absolutely.
So I think the BJP in that sense, you call it strategic, but I think it's a wise move. By effecting a generational change, you've sent out a message that you want a younger, fresher, new look BJP in Maharashtra, and I think they've made a very brave and possibly correct choice.
Javed, one suspense over. Now we know who the next chief minister of Maharashtra is going to be, but the other suspense still being maintained by the BJP, which is whether they're going to go into coalition government or will they form a minority government in Maharashtra.
You know, they are in a very happy position. They can do what the Congress, what the UPA traditionally did with both Mulayam and Mayawati. They played one off against the other. So till they get the Sena on the terms that they want, they will keep bargaining, because they're already assured of the support of the NCP. The NCP doesn't want to be a part of government. They said they will support from, they're willing to support from outside. The Sena will have to bargain at the terms that the BJP wants it. So BJP is in a very happy position. And as regards the appointment of Mr. Fadnavis, you know, this is in line with what they've done in Haryana. They went against traditional logic and appointed a non-Jat chief minister.
Yes.
They've gone against traditional logic in Maharashtra, appointed a non-Maratha. You have the first Brahmin chief minister and the first one from Vidarbha, I'm told.
Also, Rajdeep, what would you say is the first big challenge of Fadnavis as Chief Minister of Maharashtra?
The first big challenge, Javed, Maharashtra has had chief ministers from Vidarbha, so that's not an exception. Where we've had chief ministers from Vidarbha, but yes, you're right that it is a break with the
past.
With the past, there's no doubt about that. And when you say, I think the big challenge for him is basically to now be able to be seen as someone who can take on these, who can hold the party together. Let's be clear, it's 123 members.
Yes.
It's not a big majority that he has. And he does have leaders who have their own ambitions. These are leaders who have been in politics 20, 25, 30 years more than Mr. Fadnavis. As long as he has Narendra Modi's support, those leaders will not raise their voice. But what happens tomorrow? if there is a sense that the leadership in Delhi has in some way been weakened, these leaders will hit back at Mr. Fadnavis.
Right.
So I think his challenge is to hold the party together and really drive it forward in a manner that will suggest a real generational change in the BJP.
All right, let's get Sahil in again. Let's get a voice from the ground. Sahil?
See, we will have to understand one important thing here now, that this is not going to be Shiv Sena BJP or BJP Shiv Sena government. This is going to be BJP government in which they will be accommodating Shiv Sena if Shiv Sena supports the government.
Yes.
So now the thing is that now it is clear that BJP has made it clear to Shiv Sena that if they want to be part of the government, they should be supporting unconditionally, and there will not be any deputy chief minister's post, to make it pretty clear. I'll just show you the visuals, because the MLAs who are inside at this point of time are coming down and greeting various people. A while back, I spoke to Ashish Deshmukh, who is one of the supporters of Nitin Gadkari, who has been making demand that Nitin Gadkari should have been made the chief minister, and he still considers. We also have here Mr. Prakash Javadekar. Mr. Prakash Javadekar is here. Let me just try to catch him for the live. एक मिनट वेदिका we have एक मिनट live है
All right, Sahil, it seems that Mr. Javadekar is a bit busy at this time. I'm going to come back to you in a moment, but let me just go back to Rajdeep, who's still with us in the studio. Rajdeep, how do you see this really panning out for the BJP in Maharashtra? Do you think they're going to walk it alone as far as forming a minority government is concerned? Or will they once again go back with what many say is their natural ally, the Shiv Sena?
Look, I think time for that at the moment, the way it's playing out, let's look at it, Vedika. Today they've announced their leader. They're meeting the governor. They will formally stake claim to form the government. Let's be clear, they're formally staking the claim to form government with the list of the BJP MLAs.
Yes.
They're not taking the list of the Shiv Sena MLAs. So technically, as of today, they are staking claim to form a government as a minority government without the Shiv Sena. They're, in all likelihood, I'm told, they are planning either 30th or 31st as the day of swearing of the swearing in. 31st, I'm told, they would prefer, because 31st is Sardar Patel's birthday, and they are keen to also do the swearing in on that day. But 30th or 31st is Thursday or Friday. That leaves them just 48 hours for the Shiv Sena to decide whether the Shiv Sena wants to be part of this government or not. My sense is the BJP has already made up its mind. They are going ahead, forming a minority government with Devendra Fadnavis as the Chief Minister.
Yes.
If the Shiv Sena joins, it may well not join right away. It may take a few more days. But I think the BJP has made up its mind. This is a BJP-led government. This is a government which they believe has been elected on a mandate given to Narendra Modi, not to Uddhav Thackeray. And it's with that spirit that they are going. Remember, Fadnavis is someone who's been part of the state BJP, which was against the alliance with the Shiv Sena,
yes,
who wanted to go it alone. So, given that backdrop, my sense at the moment is very clearly that Devendra Fadnavis is not someone who is necessarily keen on a Shiv Sena as a coalition partner.
All right, I'm being told that Sahil has Prakash Javadekar with him. Sahil, go ahead.
And let's try and understand the reason behind. Yeah, Vedika, we have with us Mr. Prakash Javadekar, who was present in the meeting, the senior minister now in the Narendra Modi cabinet. Mr. Javadekar, finally you have got a new chief minister for Maharashtra.
Yes, and we are
how much difficult it was to choose
there
were too many aspirants.
No, it was unanimous decision, and there was no time spent in selecting the chief minister. The issue is, that is the beauty of internal democracy of BJP.
All right, we seem to have lost that link with Sahil. We'll try and reconnect there, but that's the latest coming out of Maharashtra.
The aspirations of the people.
No, but there is one more important thing, is that finally you have got a chief minister from Vidarbha, and there has been a long-standing demand for Vidarbha. You